Learning backend before frontend? Big mistake. And today I'll tell you exactly why. Welcome back to the channel. If you're serious about becoming a developer, make sure to hit subscribe, because what I'm about to share could save you months, even years of frustration. Let's get one thing straight. Backend development is powerful. It runs the logic, talks to databases, secures your app, and makes everything tick behind the scenes. But here's the catch. Starting your journey with backend first? That's often the wrong move, especially if you're just getting into web development. Think of it like this. Imagine you're building a car. You pour all your effort into designing the perfect engine, horsepower, torque, fuel efficiency, but you've never sat behind the wheel. You don't even know what the dashboard looks like, or how it feels to drive. How can you create something people actually enjoy using? That's what happens when you start with backend before frontend. You're building the invisible parts without understanding the user experience that brings everything together. Here's another example. Picture yourself as an architect hired to build someone's dream home. But instead of working on the layout, design, or style, you jump straight into laying plumbing and electricals. No clue where the kitchen goes, no idea where the bathroom or bedrooms will be. You're building infrastructure for something that doesn't even have a shape yet. That's backend without frontend. Now let's talk about why this happens. A lot of beginners think backend is where the real programming happens. It sounds more technical. Servers, APIs, databases, authentication. They think mastering backend first will make them a true developer. But the reality? Backend is complex. You're dealing with servers, deployment, security layers, and data management, all of which can feel overwhelming if you don't even have a clear vision of what you're building. And progress in backend development often feels invisible. You could spend hours writing code that connects to a database, setting up endpoints, or handling user authentication. But when you run it, nothing to look at. No visual reward. That lack of instant feedback kills motivation for beginners. You might not even know if your code works because there's no interface to test it on. Frontend, on the other hand, is where users interact. It's the visual side of web development. Buttons, forms, layouts, animations. You make a small change, hit refresh, and instantly see the results. That kind of feedback loop is powerful. It builds confidence, keeps you motivated, and helps you actually enjoy the learning process. And here's the thing. Learning front-end first isn't just about making things pretty. It's about understanding the user. You pick up essential concepts like responsiveness, user experience, accessibility, all critical to creating applications that people actually want to use. Once you know how users navigate your app, you'll have a much clearer idea of what your backend needs to deliver. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine started with backend because he thought that's what real developers did. After months of learning server-side frameworks and database management, he tried building his first project. He had the backend ready, but no frontend. He didn't know how to make anything users could interact with. In his words, "I built a Ferrari engine, but forgot to build the car." He had to go back, learn frontend, and only then could he actually connect the dots. Another big reason to start with frontend? You learn the language of the web first. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript form the foundation of everything you'll build, frontend or backend. By starting here, you understand how data flows from the server to the user, and you become better equipped to design APIs and backend logic that truly serve the interface. Does this mean you'll never learn backend? Of course not. In fact, once you understand frontend, backend development becomes a lot easier. You'll know exactly what endpoints to create, how to structure your data, and what your application actually needs to perform well. Instead of guessing, you'll be solving real user-centered problems. So here's the smarter path. Start with frontend. Build simple websites. Learn how to make things look good and function smoothly. Practice responsiveness and accessibility. Then move into backend with purpose, building APIs and databases that support the user experience you already understand. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you agree that learning backend before frontend is a mistake? Or did you take the backend first route and make it work? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And if this video helped you see things differently, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more no-fluff tech tips. Thanks for watching. And remember, code smart, not hard.